Hey guys, it's Erin and welcome back to the 50 State Cold Case Spotlight, and today we are in the state of Rhode Island and we are on day number 2, and today I will be highlighting the case of John Leatherwood. One of the most unfortunate things about John Leatherwood's case, like many unsolved cases, is there isn't much information leading up to his death, and there's not many photos publicly available. But what we do know about John was nobody had anything negative to say about him, and that he was very well liked within his community. Pawtucket Detective Cromier said that John was very polite, and most people said that he was a sharp dresser. John, 32, lived in the city of Providence, Rhode Island, and was one of the aides to Buddy Cincinnati, the mayor of Providence, who was running for his second term. On June 11th, 1978, a police officer who was patrolling Veterans Park would come across John's white Mustang around 5 a.m. in the morning. He noticed that there was no driver. There was a pack of cigarettes and a prescription set of sunglasses sitting on the roof of the car, but no one to be found. The officer decided that he would search the park, and that's when he would find, next to one of the stone fireplaces, John's body, who had been stabbed repeatedly. The officer said it was a gruesome scene. Around 3 a.m., just 2 hours before, an officer had seen teens playing frisbee and told them to go home. They did track those teens down and asked them if they noticed anything or knew anything about John's case, and they didn't notice anything that night. Investigators really don't know what the motive was in John's death, since he was so well liked, and they don't believe it was robbery, as John's glasses, wallet, key, and jewelry was still with him. Investigators believe this was something personal. According to the Rhode Island Historical Society, detectives did have a suspect in the beginning, but they never pressed any charges in John's case. John's case was recently reopened in 2019, and investigators are trying to piece together John's life before that morning. They did collect a lot of evidence, and they are hoping that some of it contains the killer's DNA. They do have plans as technology advances to begin testing more of those items. What they need is someone who knew John in his personal life to help them really put the pieces together to figure out why he was at that park in the morning in the first place. How we can help investigators is by sharing his name and his face in hopes that someone who knew John will come forward and give investigators the pieces that they need to move forward with this case. Anyone with information in John Leatherwood's case is asked to call 1-877-RI-SOLVE. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to get to know John, and don't forget, whenever you see those missing and murdered posts on social media, hit like and share, because every time we share a face, we really do get closer to solving a case. Thank you for joining me for another 50 State Cold Case Spotlight, and I will see you for Rhode Island Day 3 tomorrow.